Yasmin Katbe, the little girl who had many dreams but couldn't fulfill them because God had a different story for me. I'm Yasmin, the little girl who had a strong heart and who feared nothing. Death, for me, it was inevitable. It was coming. It was coming. It didn't matter much to me. But now my life has turned 180 degrees. I became Yasmin the coward. And the reason for that is that I became a mother. A mother who changed my life. In the war 2021, they bombed the Al Sharouk Tower on Rimal Street, and I was living right across from it. All the shrapnel flew into my kitchen and shattered all the glass in the house. My dear son Sufyan, he was terrified. He was only a year old. After the terror we lived through, we moved to another place. My in-laws hosted us for 9 days, but the bombardment didn't stop. They hit the street where we were, Al-Gansa Street. I remember when I looked into my husband's eyes and made him promise to take care of Sufyan. It was the hardest moment of my life, when you have to entrust your child to someone because you don't know whether you live or die. After the ceasefire, my husband and I, we decided to move to Russia, my mother's country, to get citizenship and then return with hope to our homeland. Once we arrived, we felt relieved. At least we were safe. But then began the difficulties of being in exile, not adjusting, and feeling like we didn't belong there. We comforted ourselves by believing that we would definitely return. But after October 7th, all our dreams collapsed. When the October War started, I was pregnant with my second son, Yusuf, in my 9th month. With all the events and news, I could not stop crying to the point that my husband took my phone away so I wouldn't see all the body parts and destroyed houses. From the first month of the war, they bombed my family's home in the Palestine Tower, and I couldn't breathe. The oxygen ran out. What saved me was my 3-year-old son, Sufyan. He helped me and hugged me until I was able to breathe again. My husband reassured me. They are all fine. He said, they are all fine. Don't worry. I called them. They are safe. What can I say? My family stayed in the north, and my husband's family didn't flee either, like many others. When the news would cut off and there were no calls, the terror I felt is indescribable. Then came the massacre in Jabalia, when my in-laws' house was destroyed. They had to find another place. But even that, after a while, was bombed, and the wall collapsed, and they had to seek refuge again, this time in Al-Nasser school. then even that was bombed while they were inside. My husband's brother Salman, who was only 11 years old, was thrown by the force of the bombing. There is no safe place in Gaza. And I kept thinking about the women giving birth in Gaza, without anesthesia, without proper facilities. Everyone saw what happened in Al-Nasser hospital. I developed insomnia. I kept thinking about what might happen when the Israeli army entered Al-Shifa hospital and committed massacre. At that time, I was in labor myself. And I kept thinking about that I could have been in Al-Shifa hospital giving birth. The thought never left my mind. My dear mother was in Rafah, waiting for Russian evacuation along with many Russians. My mother was at the crossing, and I was in the hospital giving birth. I was scared of being alone in this stage. Thank God I gave birth, and I had Yusuf, the apple of my eye. I called my mother. She said, Yasmin, I am sorry. They haven't evacuated us yet, but maybe tomorrow. Hold on and take your medicine. I am coming to be with you. I cried, thinking about my mother was in the middle of war, sitting in a school and thinking about me. I told her, Mama, I gave birth. Of course, all Gaza knew I had given birth. I stayed in a hospital for 1 week. And when my husband came to take me, I was surprised. Seeing my mother with him just arriving from the airport. There is nothing like a mother. My father and siblings, they were stuck in the north. They couldn't leave because the Israeli army controlled all the open roads. They were scattered and exhausted from all the moving around. We all saw what happened when some